I'm Chelsea Bay Dennis. This is Nick Dennis, my brother-in-law. And we've got a team over here, too. My husband, Aaron Dennis, and Ben Elliott of Binary Trail Stone Hut Studios. So I knew as a college student what my dream job was. I knew that I wanted to be a graphic designer working with environmentally and socially responsible companies. And most people don't know that when they're younger, but I knew it. And so I did it, and I moved out west. And I've never worked with a client that hasn't had that mission. So over the years, I've worked with tons of entrepreneurs, and usually in that field, people love what they do, and they want to make a difference. So naturally, when I moved back here, and I'm working with all these people, and they're looking for good employees, and I saw so many of my friends who didn't love what they do, I just started posting on my own Facebook page, awesome job alert, just for shits and giggles. But people would start contacting me saying, well, tell me the details. And I'm like, I just want you to love what you do. So I started a Facebook page so I could be a little more anonymous and just post. And within a year, 5,000 people were following it and telling me, oh my God, I found my dream job and I love it. And I can use my skills and my passions. And I'm not just getting odd job, it's something I mean and it's impactful and I love it. So my brother-in-law.
Yeah, I saw what Chelsea was doing. I was really inspired and thought she had something really cool here and kept telling her she needed a full-fledged website so people could search and submit and all that kind of stuff. And 6 months of bugging her about it, she said, okay, you can start building a website. And I had just started a web development company with my friend Ben here, Binary Trail. So she gave us the go-ahead and the four of us teamed up and started building a site where you can search and submit, and yeah, that's the bulk of it right now, and got working on it.
Before that, I had to post every single one of them myself, so it's kind of nice to say, you can do it. So this has only been a week old live, actually, so please submit your jobs. But so the problem really out there is, 70% of people hate what they do. They either are disengaged or actively sabotaging their job. So that leaves only 30% of people who kind of like their job or actually do like their job. And that's a problem. You're not going to be very effective at work. You're not going to be happy. There's pieces missing. So we want to solve that problem by connecting purposeful employers, something that is making a difference in the world, which if you get the right candidates, you'll have fulfilled employees because they'll be using their skills and their passions at what makes them come alive. And then as a result, you'll have a impactful, alive community. So it's kind of threefold. The employers are happy, the job seekers are happy, and your community is thriving. But it's a curated site. Not every job posting can really, if you're just packaging something in a bag all day long, that's not really meaningful. It's not really using your skills. So our criteria is it has to be meaningful, impactful, or unique. And I do unpack that on our site, what we mean by that. And really it's about community. So the tech guy is Nick and Ben, so I'll let him take over. We're totally in phase one right now, minimal viable product, figuring it out.
Yep, and we realized right away with a community like this is only going to be worth something if it's used by employers and people seeking. So right now we're just trying to build the community, work out the bugs, get people to post jobs and give us feedback. We're kind of testing the market. So there's featured jobs, but right now and stuff like that, but it's really not our priority. In phase two, we're hoping to make a profile system so you can create a applicant profile and then employers will be able to search through applicants and find people without the people having to apply to them. Because a problem we kept hearing from employers is they spend all this money to put a job listing out there and they get 100 applications and 3 of them they actually want to talk to. So we're thinking we'll do that and then create an automated alert system and try to scale it to Michigan in phase 2. And by phase 3, we're hoping to have a premium membership for those employers so that they can actually search through the applicants the same way applicants can search through the jobs and only contact those people that intrigue them, that they think would be a good fit for their job. And we're hoping to take the process out of Chelsea's hands or out of one person's hands and crowdsource it. So there's some sort of voting system. It's like, is this an awesome job? And based on the people's reaction, the most awesome jobs will float to the top. And I'm really curious what that would mean. What would happen if we gave people the voting power there?
right? Because we all have full-time jobs and maybe 2 or 3 of them, because we're entrepreneurs, so we can't, this is just for fun. So from you, we're looking to spread the word, post jobs. Maybe you even want to make a guest post about loving what you do. We want your feedback and we want your ideas. My favorite quote, don't ask yourself what the world needs, ask yourself what makes you come alive and go and do that, because what the world needs is people who have come alive.
Questions?
So you're focusing exclusively on Northern Michigan?
To start.
In phase 1, we want to work out the bugs, how's this going to work, and then, but I do think it works to look at, okay, local, Northern Michigan, and then there could be a Southern Michigan version, or we're not quite sure yet, but that's where we're starting.
I think this only works because it started with a tight-knit community and people trust Chelsea. They came to her for their honest, they wanted her honest opinion, what jobs are available and stuff like that.
Hey, have you guys connected with Northwestern Michigan Works yet?
No?
Not completely.
Okay, yeah, that's a, they're awesome, so.
I mean,
You can chat after.
Perfect.
What's an example of an awesome job?
I would say Food for Thought is looking for a marketing director right now. They're organic, fair trade jams who not only empower farmers here, but also in third world countries. And if you have a job there, that's also pretty empowering. Or addiction treatment services, working to help change people's lives. Or, impactful is making a difference, whether it's in people's lives or in the environment, or working in Grand Traverse Regional Land Conservancy, but it could also just be amplifying your skills and paying you a fair wage.
And it depends on the specific job within the organization too. We've had, companies submit 2 or 3 jobs, and we've had to tell them only one of these really fits with the criteria. Dishwasher doesn't count, kind of thing,
What kind of traffic have you guys got in first week?
Yeah, so far we've had really good employer traffic. So that was, our first thing was we realized there has to be jobs to get people to the site. So since it's literally been a week, I would say great employer traffic, and so on the applicant traffic. That's honestly next week we're probably gonna dig into our plan for that.
I saw you put out
I,
pictures.
well, that's not very specific, obviously. It's, in the hundreds per day, but.
Forgive me if you already said, but what's the timeline on the ability to create a profile maybe as a job seeker?
We don't know entirely. And honestly, as soon as we're able to, and the market proves it wants it, basically. I mean, if we get no traction whatsoever once we start working on something like that, then maybe we'll just change our phase 2. But I would say within the next few months, hopefully have it.
So is there a review of meaningful and impactful and unique job descriptions? At what point is that decided?
Yeah, right now.
Well, and we actually, when you submit a job, you have to fill that out. Craigslist, I hate it how people post jobs and they don't post who the company is. And you need to know who you are. So we make sure that they post the region, the name of their job, their mission, but what makes this job unique or impactful or meaningful. And then
As an employer, we would submit to
You submit.
to review.
and then you'll know within the first 24 hours or less, if it's approved, and then it'll post automatically to Facebook as well. And then once you're approved, you can also choose to feature it, which we'll put in the very top.
So are there other options besides Facebook, like LinkedIn and Twitter?
There's Twitter right now,
Twitter.
but we're going to expand to LinkedIn and other Pinterest at some point. But we're trying to automate as much as possible. So if a job listing is approved, then it'll automatically get posted 30 minutes later to Facebook and Twitter.
I'm being very uncommittal right now because I was texting, and I'm usually so good with driving forward and just uncommittal. I don't know what to say.
What's the cost of it, that post that job?
What's that?
Free.
Oh.
Unless you want to feature it. So it's free right now.